Hey everybody, it's Penny Shelton here on a very frigid, snowy, icy, sleet-filled, dreary winter weather warning day here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's the perfect day to just hunker down and make a cup of hot tea and read a book, and that's what I'm planning on doing after I make this video. But I just had to come in and share with you from my heart how much it's meant to me to be in communication with a lot of you after my last video that I made the other day. So many lovely comments have come through and so many private messages too, and reading what your response has been to what I shared very candidly from my heart has been a huge gift to me. And I thank you so much, because when you put yourself out there, you know how it is in your own personal life. When you put yourself out there and you kind of, speak your truth a little bit more than you've been wanting to, you don't really know how that's going to land. And it's been very, very wonderful to hear that so many of you all are actually in a similar place to where I am, and that's okay. It's really a great place to be. Or I wouldn't want to be here. And so I thought that I just wanted to let you know that one of the biggest questions that I've gotten is what's going to happen to raw food rehab, because that's been my website for the last almost 5 years, and we have almost 20,000 members there. And so what's going to happen to raw food rehab? And here's where I'm at with that right now. I am planning on, as I have done really for the last year or so, I'm leaving that actively open on the internet as a community service. I mean, we've got a lot of really awesome content on that website that has just been building up over all this time, and I mean, I just don't really feel like taking that down. And that website is, it's not hugely expensive to keep up. It's several $100s a year for me just to have that website with no maintenance whatsoever, just to pay the fees to ning.com. But I mean, I'm just going to leave it there. Now, I'm not planning on adding really any new earth-shattering content there at this time, okay? So what I'm up to is I'm just sort of broadening my horizons. I'm pulling my tent stakes out into a larger arena where it's a little bit more inviting and a little bit more inclusive to people. Because, I mean, the thing that's really been shocking to me is how many people have come forward after my last video and said, yes, I don't get involved in anything that's going on at Raw Food Rehab. I don't even check the emails that you send out, because I like raw food, but I'm just not raw enough to be there. And I'm just like, oh God, So, I mean, the way I feel today is that I am over labeling myself or anybody else anything. I've used the terminology, the raw food movement, being a raw foodist and all of those things, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just think right now, for me, calling myself something I don't want to do that. I don't want to label myself, and I'm just a woman in Tulsa, Oklahoma that is very passionate about living a better life, eating a better diet that makes me feel better, thinking better thoughts, cultivating better relationships, moving my body in better ways. I mean, those are just some of the things that have been in my head as I'm journaling my thoughts on occasion. I'm not journaling all that much these days, but I just really want to be authentic and transparent. And I know that when I share these things, I open myself up for criticisms. And, I'm kind of at the point here at 48 years old, it's just like, well, if you want to criticize me, you can. It's fine. I understand. I mean, the last thing I would ever want to do along my path, especially because I guess I am in some sort of a leadership role, I would never, ever want to cause any of you all who are watching this video to stumble along your path. As a matter of fact, the only reason I keep making these videos and I keep doing what I do is because I'd like to be a motivational force, an inspirational force, and an encouragement to you. And I want to live my truth of how I'm expressing myself. And if that is supportive and happy to watch for somebody else, then I'm going to keep doing it. And if not, then I'll probably not do it anymore. But for now, it's just what I feel like I want to do. And I've had enough affirmation and enough encouragement from hundreds of you that have been inspired in the past and that are relieved and thankful and grateful that I'm not trying to box myself into a certain category. Not that I have for a really long time, but I'm like busting out the walls. I'm out of the closet, whatever you want to call it. Hey, I am into eating healthy food. I eat a plant-centered diet, but am I 100% raw? No. Am I 100% vegan? No, I'm not. So, I love to cook. I love to make people happy. I love to entertain. I love to engage myself in great conversations and uplifting activities. You know, I love working with all of my friends on my local farmers market board, bringing more real food into more people's lives. And that happens to include some eggs and some meat and some dairy products and some other things. And I don't want to be judgmental about that because, you know, a lot of different people on this planet, we all have to coexist together. And I think that the way that we can do that is by being gracious and loving and just really working through our own process, you know, tending our own garden. And I've watched some videos recently where there have been some health leaders out there that are so condemning of other people. And I always say, you know, like the old Bible verse, don't remove the log out of your brother's eye, or don't remove the twig out of your brother's eye when you have a log in your own. And so the whole thing is that there's not one of us that I'm aware of on this planet walking around that has achieved perfection. And so when I leave this planet and I go stand before my maker, I want to make sure that I haven't just done a disservice to a lot of my fellow humans by leading them down a path that has caused them grief and pain, and also to my fellow animals and everybody else that's involved. So I am a work in progress, and I'm learning as I go. And gosh, you know, you just are such a big part of this journey for me, and I thank you deeply for watching my videos. My God, I think I've made they're not all published public. A lot of them have been private in a lot of these initiatives that I've done, but I've probably made close to 1,000 videos over the last 5 years, and a lot of you all have watched a lot of them and have listened to me, and I love you for that. And my prayer is that I can continue to hear what it is that I'm being called to do and to bring that forth to you as I feel led to do so. And I thank you. Your thoughts and your well wishes and your prayers mean the world to me. And so I'm getting ready to go have my cup of hot tea. I'm going to put a little bit of hemp milk in there, and I've got a book that I just bought yesterday that I can't wait to start reading. And so I look forward to being back again with you soon. If you're interested in my new little venture that I'm doing, I'm asking people if they want to come and join the website to just give me a little donation of any size that really helps me justify the fact that I have expenditures going into all of this thing that I'm doing. And so I've got my donation link underneath this video, and I mean, we probably have about 100 people right now that have plugged in to upgradedeats.com. And so once you donate, I'll send you an invitation link to come over there and hang out with us and just express yourself and just like enjoy the time that we have to really, no guilt, no food police, all of that. So again, thanks a ton for watching my videos, and I hope that the weather is good where you are, and if it's not, I hope you're in a safe place, all warm and cozy. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.